Hello everyone, I am Sutapa. Welcome back to my channel Sutapa's Biology. Hi guys, like my other videos, here also I am suggesting you to watch the complete video for getting all the informations. And in my previous video already I have described and given the diagram, that is the taste of the ovary, and you will get it in description. So follow it for the continuation. Now I am starting the female reproductive tube system 2. So female reproductive system 2. Here we shall study about the duct system of the female. Already in my last video I have told you that ovaries are placed apart from the fallopian tube, not distant apart but not attached with the fallopian tube directly, and fallopian tube is 2 in number like the 2 ovaries. Now I am giving the diagram and description of the fallopian tube and others. And the covering of the ovary is known as mesovarium. Starting with the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube 2 in number and it has 4 parts. It has 4 parts. The first one is infundibulum, which has finger-like projections known as fimbriae. Fimbriae generally always move to draw the ovum after discharge of the ovum from the ovary. So it will oscillate or move to pick up the released ovum, and at the center of the fimbriae there is a aperture or hole which is known as ostium, and through this ostium it will draw the ovum inside the fallopian tube. So the first part is infundibulum, and after that next is the round muscle rich structure, that is ampulla. Ampulla is the round muscle like structure, and it's the site of the fertilization, that after discharge of the ovum it will go inside the ampulla and will wait for the sperm. And if sperm if copulation takes place before the discharge of the ovum, the sperm will also wait here for 72 hours for the upcoming ovum. Now this is the site of the ampulla, is the site of the fertilization. Then the next one is isthmus, that is the constricted part is isthmus, and it's expanded to form the uterine body. So these are the structure like this. This is ovary. This is fallopian tube. Starting of the fallopian tube is infundibulum. It's the bell-shaped structure, so known as infundibulum. Infundibulum means the bell-shaped structure. These are the fimbriae or finger-like projections. Fimbriae which always move to draw the ovum, and this is the ostium through which the ovum enters inside the fallopian tube. Now after that this part is known as ampulla, which is the place of fertilization, and then the constricted part is known as isthmus. Now the isthmus spread to form the uterine body, and then the structure of the uterus starts from here. This is the structure of the uterus. Inside which this is uterine body. Uterus is a pear-shaped structure. This is known as body of the uterus. Body of uterus, that's pear-shaped structure. The tip of the, that is the upper part of the uterus, is known as fundus. It's a very muscular part and it's known as fundus. The implantation takes place in fundus as it's the mostly muscle-rich part. So fundus is the muscle-rich part, and above the fundus, the region is known as mons pubis, which remain covered by hairs in case of female after puberty. And this is known as fundus. This is the body of the uterus, and this is cervix. The constricted part of the uterus is known as cervix. Cervix or neck. It has two perforation. One is vas externa and another is vas interna. Now this one is cervix. Which has vas interna, and this is vas externa. Vas externa will connect the uterus with the vagina. So after this, there is a cylindrical muscular passage which is copulatory chamber of the females. This is vagina, and vas interna, externa connect the uterus with the vagina. And I have already told you that in this part the implantation takes place, and here are three layers of the uterus, starting from the outside to inside: epimetrium, myometrium, and endometrium. Three layers, concentric layers, outside from inside. I am telling inside. So inside, in the innermost is endometrium. This is a vessel-rich structure. Vessel-rich means with the blood vessels rich, and that's why during the say a menstrual cycle, I have told you that the breaking of the endometrium takes place and it causes the massive bleeding, and that's the due to breaking of the endometrium, as endometrium is very much muscle rich, blood vessels rich, blood vessels rich. And next is myometrium, which is a muscle rich structure, muscle rich layer. And number 3 is epimetrium. It's a tough fibrous layer which protect the uterus, as inside the uterus there is the implantation takes place. So uterus, the endometrium of the uterus is very important for the implantation as well as the menstrual cycle of the female. Now after that there is the vulva or the external genitalia. Vulva or the external genitalia has some parts like this. It has vestibule, vulva or external genitalia of female. It consists of number 1 vestibule and number 2 orifices. Inside the vestibule there are 2 folds of skin. One is labia majora and labia minora. Labia majora, this is the greater lips, also known as a slip-like structure. It's known as greater lips. And another is labia minora, which is lesser lip. After that, inside the vestibule, at the junction of the labia minora, there is the anterior junction of the labia minora, there is a clitoris. It's a very sensitive organ of the female. It's homologous with the male penis. Clitoris is homologous with the male penis. It has also the fold of the skin which is known as prepuce like penis. The folds of skin of clitoris is known as prepuce like the male penis. And another thing is that the waist orifices are there. Two orifices are there. In case of female, they have genital orifice and urethral orifice. So one is for genital and urethral. In male, both the connections are same, but in case of female, genital and urinal apertures are different. So it has two orifices. So this is about the duct system of the female reproductive system. In female, they have reproductive glands also, but not so important like the male one. The reproductive gland of female is known as Bartholin's gland. A pair of Bartholin's gland is present. That is the reproductive gland of female. One pair in number, and it's known as Bartholin's gland. These are placed just lateral to the vagina, and this secrete the sticky viscous white secretion during sexual excitement. And this is about the this part of the female reproductive system, and in my next video I shall start the gametogenesis. Okay, so today that's all.